What if love wasn't about connection, but about control? What if vulnerability wasn't an invitation, but a trap? In Arc 5, we explore villains who don't destroy cities or rewrite history. They weaponize something far more personal: intimacy. Joe Goldberg loved by watching. Amy Dunn loved by scripting the truth. Tom Ripley loved by replacing identity. But Asami Yamazaki? Asami loves by testing. She does not chase power. She waits for permission. This is not a story about insanity. This is a story about trust, and what happens when trust becomes leverage. This is episode 24, The Philosophy of Asami Yamazaki, from the 1999 film Auditon, played by Eihi Shiina. This is beyond the villain. Asami Yamazaki enters audition as an absence. She is quiet, polite, soft-spoken, almost invisible. She presents herself as fragile, emotionally, socially, romantically, a woman shaped by loss, abandonment, and suffering. And that presentation matters. Because in a world that romanticizes vulnerability, fragility becomes power. Asami understands this instinctively. She knows that men are conditioned to see wounded women as needing protection, deserving patience, safe to dominate. Her pain is not exaggerated, but it is curated. Asami does not lie about being hurt. She lies about what her hurt means. Vulnerability invites trust, but it also disarms suspicion. The audition as power reversal. The film's central conceit is already ethically compromised. A man stages a fake audition to find a submissive partner. Asami does not disrupt this imbalance. She accepts it. She follows the script perfectly. She does not resist objectification. She outperforms it. Her silence reads as innocence. Her compliance reads as safety. Her passivity reads as permission. But what appears as submission is actually reconnaissance. Asami is not being evaluated. She is observing. Asami does not fall in love. She tests. Every interaction is a quiet examination. Are you patient? Are you loyal? Are you exclusive? Are you cruel when unobserved? Affection becomes conditional, not earned through intimacy, but through obedience. The moment her partner fails the test, the illusion collapses, and the punishment begins. Love to her is a test designed to fail. Asami Yamazaki embodies one of the most unsettling philosophies in modern horror. Intimacy is not mutual risk. It is leverage. 1. Intimacy as entrapment. Traditional intimacy requires vulnerability from both sides. Asami rejects reciprocity. She exposes herself just enough to invite attachment, then freezes her partner in place. Once trust is established, it cannot be withdrawn without consequence. Love becomes a trap that closes after consent. This mirrors coercive control theory, where the victim chooses the relationship but cannot escape it. Consent does not guarantee safety. Asami does not force affection. She allows it and weaponizes it later. 2. Trauma as moral authority. Asami's suffering is real, but trauma does not automatically generate moral clarity. Sometimes it produces moral inversion. Her pain becomes justification for cruelty, for punishment, for rewriting right and wrong. Those who desire her become guilty by participation. This aligns with trauma reenactment psychology, where unresolved abuse is replayed, not healed, through controlled repetition. Asami does not seek love. She seeks symmetry. Pain doesn't disappear. It demands witnesses. 3. Conditional mercy. Asami does not kill randomly. She selects. Her violence is ritualistic, precise, almost bureaucratic. You are punished not for wanting her, but for failing her invisible standards. Mercy exists, but only if you pass tests you never agreed to take. You were never meant to survive the relationship. This transforms love into a moral courtroom where the verdict is predetermined. The opposing philosophy is mutual vulnerability. The idea that Intimacy requires risk on both sides. Power must be shared. Pain cannot justify domination. Asami rejects this completely. She believes vulnerability is weakness, unless it is strategic. Her relationships are not mutual. They are asymmetrical by design. When vulnerability isn't shared, it becomes a weapon. Asami Yamazaki is terrifying because she does not feel fictional. She feels familiar. We live in a world where trauma is aestheticized. Vulnerability is performative. Pain grants moral immunity. Social dynamics increasingly reward displayed suffering over accountability. Asami is what happens when victimhood becomes identity. Healing is replaced by control. Trust is treated as entitlement. Being hurt does not make you harmless. This does not invalidate real trauma. It warns against its misuse. Gender, power, and misinterpretation. Asami is often misread as feminist revenge. She is not. She does not challenge patriarchy. She mirrors its cruelty and perfects it. Her power is not liberation. It is inversion. Reversing power is not the same as dismantling it. Is Asami evil? Or is she the result of a world that teaches silence is safety, compliance is virtue, desire is entitlement? She does not invent violence. She responds to it, disproportionately. And that disproportion is the danger. Asami proves that. Trauma without healing becomes ideology. Hannah Arendt spoke of evil becoming normalized through systems. Asami internalizes this system. She personalizes it. Her violence is intimate. Her cruelty is selective. Her justification is emotional, and that makes it harder to condemn. The most convincing evil believes it is justified. Asami Yamazaki offers a warning, not a model. When intimacy becomes transactional, love becomes surveillance, trust becomes leverage, pain becomes currency. The lesson is not don't trust. It is this: love without accountability becomes captivity. Healing requires vulnerability, but also boundaries. Without both, intimacy collapses into domination. Asami Yamazaki is not terrifying because she tortures. She is terrifying because she waits to be chosen. She proves that intimacy can be weaponized, not through force but through permission. In Arc 5, we've seen love as surveillance, love as control, love as replacement. And now, love as entrapment. And the pattern is clear. The closer the villain gets to love, the more dangerous they become. So let me ask you, is Asami Yamazaki a monster? Or the inevitable result of a world that confuses vulnerability with innocence? Leave your thoughts in the comments. This has been Beyond the Villain, where we unmask evil, one story at a time.